Hi, everyone. It's been quite a while since I've been on the live stream YouTube channel or on the podcast. I think it's been at almost 2 months. Happy New Year, everyone. We are now in 2024. And I wanted to come on here and talk to you all why I've been gone. And there's going to be some changes here. And it has to do with why I've been gone and all of the things that have been going on and changing with me in the last 2 months. And I have a confession. There's been a lot going on behind the scenes. There's been a lot. For those of you who've been following me for a while, you know that I'm a nurse practitioner by day. I've been doing this for several years, and it's one of my passions. I feel very, very grateful, very passionate for my work as a nurse practitioner here in the United States. And I love what I do. I love taking care of patients, and it really brings me joy. And last winter, I can't remember. It was either November or December, I cannot remember. And I was holding a challenge for my followers. It was called the Find a Friend Challenge. And it was a 5-day challenge where I helped people um, get more friends, boost their people skills, and truly make connections with other people as adults. And while I was launching that, a colleague, another nurse practitioner at work, she approached me while we were working at the hospital. And she said she really loved my Find a Friend challenge. She didn't sign up for it, but she loved the that I was talking about it the week before. And she mentioned that she always wonders if she's making meaningful connections with her patients or if she's having meaningful conversations with their patients, if she's actually changing their lives or affecting them positively. And that struck me. That struck me so much. It really resonated with me. I don't think I ever had someone mention that to me, that they wonder if they actually are making a difference in a person's life or are making a meaningful connection in a person's life. And for me, I never knew that was a concern. I never knew that was a thing. And I really spent the next few weeks just thinking about that. It really stuck with me. I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I already knew that I have continuously improved my own people skills through being a nurse practitioner and seeing patients and interacting with patients on a regular basis. We're talking like I see dozens of people every day. And so I know getting in those repetitions, getting in that practice helped me. And, I even sometimes get good feedback from patients who say things like, Nicole made me feel so comfortable. I actually walked away feeling like I understood what was going on with my health for the first time. Or I actually get patients saying that they want to see me instead of the doctor. And not everyone feels this way that I come across. Everyone's different, but I get a lot of those comments. And it occurred to me that something that comes natural to me, something that comes easy to me, may not come natural or easy to someone else. And, I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to brag at all. That's not what I'm trying to get at. Everyone is good at something. Everyone is good at something. Their life is just too short for one person to be good at everything. It's impossible. You cannot be a nurse practitioner and what other careers are accountant, a lawyer, a plumber, an IT technician. Like you can't, there's not enough time in your life to learn all those specialties and be an expertise in every single area. And so every person is good at one thing. And just because it seems simple to me, though, doesn't mean it's simple to someone else. And, you know, what am I trying at? I'm trying to say is that, after my colleague said that to me, I realized that maybe I have something that my colleague could use. Maybe there's something in me that I could help coach my colleague and help her have meaningful conversations with her patients. And so during this time that I was gone, that I was, kind of taking a hiatus from social media, I shadowed her. I asked her, "Hey, would you mind if I just job shadowed you, followed you around?" Because she works in a completely different specialty than I do. And you do such different things in different specialties in healthcare and in medicine. And so I decided to just go for it. And, like, the worst that can happen is it doesn't work out. I am not able to help her, but I had to try. Something inside of me said, I have to try. There's something about this. And so I shadowed her. And, at the start of the visit, she told me that she's not very good with interacting with kids. It's not really her forte, her strength. Kids kind of make her nervous. Um, and so she usually addresses the parents when she's talking about the kids' health, if the kids are sick. And before the end of that one day that I shadowed her, with a little coaching, a little help from me, she was able to connect with a 4-year-old girl, a young girl patient. And at the end of the visit, she was able to get that little girl gave her a hug. That little girl reached up to my colleague, and my colleague bent down and she hugged her and said, "Thank you." And my colleague was blown away. She was blown away. When we stepped to the side, when the patient left, she said, "I have chills, Nicole. I don't remember the last time a patient hugged me. I don't ever remember. I cannot remember the last time that happened." And I was so happy for her. I was overjoyed that she could find a moment of joy in her day, that she felt like she actually made a connection, made a meaningful interaction with a patient, that she made a patient feel better. But another thing hit me is that, wow, I was able to help her do that. And that blew me away. That blew me away. It shook me to my core. I was able to do that for a colleague within, like, hours, within one day of shadowing her. And and if I can help her, I might be able to help other people. And that's when it hit me. You know, for those of you who work in medicine or healthcare, sometimes it feels like we're all over the place. We want There's so many things to do. It's such a fast-paced field, where there's so many things to do in a day. When you see a patient, you have to chart, write your notes down, get their vitals. There's so many things going on. Maybe someone's triaging, someone's having chest pain. Like, there's just so much going on, and you feel like you're all over the place. You feel frazzled, you feel overwhelmed, and it feels like we just wanna get through fast, fast, fast so we can go home on time and enjoy our time with our loved ones. And we go through it so fast that we forget to make the most of those moments with our patients, because human connection is what drives us all, whether you work in healthcare or something else. Human connection is what drive us as human beings. We are social creatures. And so that's why I realized that just from helping this one colleague, there may be something there. There may be something that I can do to help. And that's what I wanted to talk to you is about, what this change is going to happen. So I'm changing my business niche. I'm changing my business. I'm refining it. I'm refining my business. For the past 2, 3 years, I've been helping the general public. For people who feel socially awkward, my tagline has always been, I help people who feel socially awkward speak up so that they can get friends as a grown up. And that's been my tagline for the last 2, 3 years. And I feel so horrible. I've been so nervous coming online to tell you this, to announce this to you, because I have so many people following me, depending on my content, who love my content, who feel inspired and motivated by my content. I've gotten so much feedback, and I am so grateful and so happy for you. And if I have touched you in any way, if I have motivated or inspired you in any way, I am so grateful. I am so grateful to be a small part in your life journey in feeling more confident and making more friends as an adult. But, as people, we grow, we evolve, we change. And that is the nature of being human, is that we are constantly trying to find our voice. So, that's why, and that means that certain people may come together during certain seasons or certain chapters of their life and be friends and then go their separate ways afterwards. And so, I always talk about how, friendships don't always last in my past content. And it's true. That still rings true. And, that's why it's a natural process. It's just like how you may not be friends with your childhood friends who you no longer feel close to or just don't share the same values with. It's because people evolve, people grow in their own natural, individual way. And so that's why it's sometimes hard to maintain friendships. Some friendships aren't meant to last for eternity or till the end of time. And that's natural. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's where I am right now, is that I am finding my voice and I'm constantly refining myself. And this is just part of that natural process. So I'm changing my business model, or my business niche. And instead of helping the general public who feel socially awkward, now you're going to see a lot of content. I'm focusing on medical providers, medical providers that want to make meaningful connections with their patients. And that's what I'm going to be focusing on. It's still talking a little bit about the same topic, like social skills, people skills, interpersonal skills, but in a different way. And, I think that, I came to this realization during this 2 months that I was gone, because I had a belief for the past 3 years that stopped me from becoming the person I am today. I want to talk to you about that. So, for the past 3 years, I had a belief. And, as a nurse practitioner seeing patients, I knew I felt comfortable talking to patients. I knew that brought me joy. I knew that I was able to make connections with patients quickly to build up trust so that they would trust me to take care of their health. They would open up to me and talk to me about their symptoms. And I never thought about helping other medical providers specifically. I only thought about helping the general public. And it's because of this belief. I didn't believe that I was smart enough. I really didn't. I did not believe I was smart enough. Even though I'm a nurse practitioner, even though I have a master's degree, I didn't, there was deep down a part of me that thought I wasn't smart enough. I'm not a doctor. I'm only a nurse practitioner. And, there are also other nurse practitioners who have worked way longer than I have, like decades. They have way more experience than me. Who would listen to me? Who would listen to me? And I thought this way because and I did this subconsciously. I subconsciously adopted the beliefs of other people. Like, other people would say to me, are you, patients even, they'd ask me, oh, are you studying to become a doctor someday? Or, you're so smart. You should have become a doctor. Like, and, I would tell those people, like, I love being a nurse practitioner. I wouldn't change my career for the world. But the things people say, it has a way of just kind of creeping into the back of your mind and sitting there and staying there and not going anywhere. And after a while, it starts building up. And after a while, you start believing in these things because you keep hearing them over and over and over. And so that's what I'll talk to you about, is that. And so for me, I started to adopt those beliefs for myself, and I started believing those things myself. And that's the dangerous thing about, you know, when people say things to you, that's their belief about you. But it's not, you don't have to adopt those beliefs. You don't have to live your life according to other people's beliefs. And it took me 3 years to realize this and to break. this belief. And the truth is, as a nurse practitioner, I have a different type of intelligence than doctors. I didn't go to 10 years, 15 years of medical school and training and fellowship in residency. Absolutely not. And I have so much respect for physicians and doctors, but I have a different type of intelligence and it's also valuable. And I want to remind you that so do you. So do you. You have something that you are really good at. I don't know what it is, only you know what it is. And no one else can do that as well as you can. I promise you. And just because it feels easy, it feels natural to you, it comes natural to you, doesn't mean it comes natural and easy to other people. And so don't believe that you're not good enough. Don't believe that. I promise you, you are good enough and you will continue to be good enough in your life. And you're going to see, and so, from this point on, you're going to see a lot of different content on the podcast, on the YouTube channel, on my Instagram, all of my social medias. I like to think of it as a second life on my social media. You're going to see a lot of different content. And if you want to continue following and watching, I am so grateful. I am so glad and I'm so excited for you. And I hope it gives you some value in your life. And if you decide to stop following me, stop watching, stop subscribing to my content, I completely understand. I completely understand. And that this is where we part ways. And I hope I was helpful and I brought some joy or some value to that small season that I was in your life. And so I'm just here to tell you where I am. That's where I am. And this is the change that's going to be going forward in my content and the things you'll see from me. And so I love you all so much. If you took anything away, I hope this brought some value to you that you are good enough. Don't adopt other people's beliefs. Create your own beliefs. Try different things. You never know what it'll reveal to you. You never know if it'll show you you can help people make meaningful connections with their patients, or you can help people do so and so and so. You never know. Try different things. See what you are capable of. You never know. But do not adopt other people's beliefs and make them your own, because that will only limit you, and you are limitless. Absolutely. You are 100% limitless and you can do anything you put your mind to. All right. I love you all. I hope if I see any of you in the future, if you continue following me, thank you so much. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.